Joining me today is a Canadian businessman, lawyer, member of parliament, and the founder and head of the People's Party of Canada, Maxime Bernier. Welcome to the Rubin Report.
Thanks for the invitation, Dave. I'm very happy to be with you.
I am glad you're here. I am pretty sure, how many people are there in Canada roughly?
37 million people.
37 million. So I've gotten about 36 million emails to have you on the show or on Twitter. I mean, everybody in Canada seems to want us to do this sit down. So
I'll do my best.
So we shall see what happens. Okay, no, there's many reasons that I'm looking forward to this chat. And originally we were going to do this on Skype, and then you were gracious enough to say, let's do this in person. The fact that somebody in Canada is spreading the ideas of liberty and of the individual and limited government and all of those things is incredibly inspiring to me, and it's more of what we need down here too. But let's just start first with a little bit of your biography for people that don't know anything about you.
Yes, I'm a lawyer. I did also a course in businesses before, and I work in the private sector in Montreal, Quebec, in the financial sector. I was VP of financial institutions. And after that, I work with the Montreal Economic Institute. That's a free market think tanks, like maybe the Mises Institute and like that. I was VP over there. And in 2005, I had a meeting with Stephen Harper. At that time, he was the leader of the opposition before the election in 2006. And so he was looking for some ideas to be able to have some seats in Quebec. As you know, Quebec is the Francophone part of the country. And so we had a good chat together, and I told him, you know, there's two important things that you must say to Quebecers if you want to win. First, you must respect the Constitution, because in Quebec, if you remember, we had two referendums, and we still have a separatist political party at the provincial level. So I told him, you know, respect the Canadian Constitution, don't interfere in provincial jurisdiction, and everything will be okay. And also lower taxes, income tax to Quebecers and all Canadians. And at the end, that was, I think, a good proposal for Quebec, but also for all across the country. And he decided to put that in his platform, and he asked me to run with him in 2006. So I decided to run, and my riding, my district, it is in Beauce, near Quebec City. It's a half rural, half urban riding. And I went there because my dad was an MP under Brian Mulroney for 13 years. And so when I came in Beauce in 2006 to run, the director of my campaign told me, Maxime, we have a problem with you. Because I was working in Montreal, I was not in the riding. He said, you have a name. My dad was very well known, but you don't have a first name. So our goal at the end of the campaign, people must know you. So I did a good campaign, and at the end, I won, and also Stephen Harper. We formed the government in 2006, a minority government, 2008, a minority government, and I was industry minister at that time. I did a big deregulation in telecom, and that's why people at that time, they call me the Albertan from Quebec, because in Alberta, they are very free markets, and in Quebec, at the provincial level, we have a big, fat, and socialist government. So, and I deregulate the telecom industry. It was a big success. And after that, Prime Minister Harper asked me to be the Foreign Affairs, and I was a Foreign Affairs for a year. And I resigned, and I came back in the cabinet in 2010, and I was Minister for Small Business, and after that, Minister for State for Agriculture. And so we had a majority government in 2011, and so we did some reform. And after that, in 2015, Trudeau went in power. And I'm still a member of parliament. And Harper resigned as the leader of the party. And the fun is coming right now because I decided to run for the leadership and create, after that I didn't win with 49% of the votes. And I was the most libertarian candidate. And I had a very strong platform about individual freedom, personal responsibility. Actually, the four themes of our platform was individual freedom, personal responsibility, respect, and fairness. And all our policies were based on these principles. That was very successful. at 49%. And, I was the only one to say we must abolish corporate welfare 100%. We must also cut foreign aid and do a lot of changes like that on the economy and also on the immigration. I had a strong platform. So I didn't win. I tried to work with the new leader, Andrew Scheer. I wanted the leadership of the Conservative Party of Canada to adopt some of our reforms because that was very popular. And a year later, he told me that they didn't want me anymore. They won't take any of the ideas that I put forward. And also, I did a couple of tweets that they didn't like.
We'll get to your Twitter in a little bit. Don't worry about that.
And so I resigned from the party, and in September I decided to create the People's Party of Canada.
In Canada. Political courage is a rarity in Canada. So Max, Max, you're a gift to us in New Brunswick, and you're a gift to all of Canada, and Canada needs the message that you offer, and you're the only one with the courage to do it. Without further ado, I want to introduce the leader of the People's Party of Canada, Maxime Bernier.
So, I just want to end by telling you that you are giving me a lot of energy. And I'm very proud to be the leader of the People's Party of Canada. And I'm very proud that you're helping us to do what we did in the past 3 months. And I think the future is with us and for us. It's good in politics to have the right ideas, but it's better to have the right ideas at the right time. And I think we have the right ideas at the right time. People are ready for a change. 57% of Canadians said in a poll that they're ready to vote for a new party at the federal level. So that's people who can vote for us. 30% of the population, Canadian population, 30% of them didn't vote at the last federal election because they don't believe in politicians anymore. And we are speaking to them because we're doing politics differently. And we don't try to please everybody. We're telling people what need to be done for a better and a freer country. We can have these people. Imagine if we have only 15% of them on the 30% that didn't vote, and if they decide to vote for us, that would be great. So we can have a lot of people that share our values. Actually, I was in Newfoundland, and a guy that is the president of the Riding Association over there told me that, Maxime, I always voted NDP, and I'm very happy to be the president of your Riding Association. And I said, what? Did you read our platform? And he said, yes. And I'm with you because it's very important for me. Two important issues are very important for me. Ending corporate welfare. And I think that it's unfair for entrepreneurs, and I'm sure that you'll do that, but also ending the cartel of supply management. It is the opposite of Robin Hood. You are taxing the hardworking families and the poor and giving that to the rich dairy producer. And it's so important for me that I want to work for you and be sure that you'll be elected. So we can have people from different backgrounds that are coming because they like our platform and our ideas. So we'll fight for that. And we'll fight for them because it's the only thing to do. What is the goal to be in politics if you don't believe in anything? I don't want to, and that's why I quit the Conservative Party of Canada. When Andrew Scheer told me that they don't want to take any of our ideas, I said, what is the goal to be elected and member of parliament from both if I don't believe in the platform, in the Conservative platform? I had the choice at that time to go back in the private sector or to use all these ideas and to create the party. That's what we did, and I'm very happy with that, and I think will be a huge success. I want to thank you for giving us your time, because time is money. You're here tonight, you can be in your house and with your wife or daughters, but you decided to come here tonight. And that's giving me a lot of energy to go on and continue. And I can tell you that, you know, it's a long marathon and it will be a long election. I started that last September. And I'm there and I'm ready to do it. I'm training every day. I like to run. That's my only sport. But now I'm running the marathon of my life. And that's a very interesting marathon. And I'm able to do that because of you. So thank you very much. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you very much. Thank you.
Without further ado, I present to you the guy you really came to hear, Maxime Bernier.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm very, very happy to be here. Thank you. You know, we decided September the 14th. That was a very important date for us and for me also. As you know, we decided at that time to create the People's Party of Canada. And I count on you to help us to build this party. And like Clinton said, we will have 338 riding associations up and running before the end of this year. And in January, we will find candidates with you, candidates that represent the people. In every riding, we'll have a candidate. But also, before the next election, I just want to let you know that we will be able to have candidates in the next by-elections here in Toronto. We'll have a candidate in Toronto, we'll have one in Montreal, one in BC, and we will show to Canadians that our party, we are there for them, and we will build this country starting with our candidates that will be part of these by-elections soon. Yes, and thank you very much. We'll be in touch. Don't hesitate to go on our Facebook page or Twitter account. I try to speak about what we believe on a regular, every day, and looking at the news and being there. So I really appreciate your support. And together, we will be able to say goodbye to Justin Trudeau. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Who bears such courage and such conviction each and every day. The leader of the People's Party of Canada, a man who I'm incredibly privileged to know, and your next Prime Minister, Maxime Bernier.
You're good. Thank you. Thanks, Eden.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the true Vancouver welcome for our leader, Maxime Bernier.
In this venture. So we've wasted enough time. With no further ado, I'd like to please welcome my great friend and the future Prime Minister of Canada, Mr. Maxime Bernier.
Thanks. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hello. Hello. Thanks for being with us. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you, Clinton. Thank you very much.
C'est très certainement un travail qui va porter fruit à court, moyen et long terme, et sans plus attendre, Maxime Bernier! Oui.
Merci de faire les asseoir. Je vais faire un long discours, c'est mieux d'être assis. Thank you. You know, we decided September the 14th. That was a very important date for us and for me also. As you know, we decided at that time to create the People's Party of Canada. And after that day, I did a couple of interviews with journalists. And I had the same kind of answer, you know. I was answering the questions, but after that they were telling me, Maxime, it took 3 years for Preston Manning to build the Reform Party of Canada. We don't believe you that you will be able to do that in a year. You won't be ready for the election. The plane won't take off, so it will go nowhere. And tonight, you are the proof that this party is going somewhere for a better Canada.